I wish there was a few more people on today to celebrate what we're going to be talking about, but I'm recording this, so it'll be, once we make it into a YouTube video, you can share it. Today is the beginning of a change. For some people, change is a bad thing, but it shouldn't be. Whenever we make changes, it means that we're doing I think, because we're doing something right, and it's time to move to the next progression, the next step in the ladder. And so this is going to be officially the last Monday with Dale as far as the terminology. Going forward, from here on out, it's going to be called MDC Mondays Africa Edition. The reason we're doing this is I don't want this to be, I no longer want this to be focused on just me and my team. I want it to be focused on the African success. Okay. I don't want anybody to ever think that the reason I do this is just from my own satisfaction, my own ego. I want this to be something that is about Africa and about the growth that we want to see there. We've made some great inroads in the last few months. We have the office in Westlands. We have fully got Uganda organized. We've got Tanzania very close to being there. We're working behind the scenes diligently on South Africa. I know I've been talking about that for quite a while, but I think things are progressing along. In fact, I have another meeting tomorrow with our founder, Josh Swagel, Chris Robinson, myself, to see what we can do to finalize what we want to do in South Africa. We are expanding in Nigeria, Ghana. Just had somebody reach out to me from Liberia. I have a new leader coming on board through one of my teams who is a missionary who has been expanding throughout Africa and Europe, and he has a lot of people that are very, very excited about joining our team and not only helping themselves, but helping their church to expand by the income that they can make from doing this business. Okay, so a lot of things happening, and so I can only spread myself so thin. And so but at the same time, as I said, I want this African team to really take off with new energy, new commitment, new ideas. And so to do that, it's time to move on, and for me to kind of take a step back and let the new leadership to step in. I'm not going anywhere. You will still see me on the calls. You'll still see me doing the Thursday opportunity presentation with Chris Robinson and other guest speakers. Again, I'm not going anywhere, but what I'm doing is I'm just shaking things up a little bit so that we can grow to the best of our ability. So going forward, as I said, the new Mondays will be, as I said, MDC Mondays Africa Edition. Tuesdays, there'll be the MDC opportunity presentation by our African leaders. Thursdays will be MDC opportunity presentation with Chris Robbins and myself, just like we're doing now. And as I said, occasionally we'll have other African leaders stepping in when we need them to do that. And then on Fridays, you have a couple of your leaders who are doing an MDC opportunity presentation in Swahili, so that more and more people throughout the region can learn about the business, understand the business better, and be able to build from the use of the Swahili language. Going forward, this is going to allow me to have more ability to work with individual teams for either presentations or training, or just having a call with a group that's brand new, that's got questions, and do a question and answer period. So I'm I'm available for anything you want me to do. It's your own imagination of how you want to use me. Okay. So, first of all, I want to talk quickly. I'm bouncing around a little bit here because I got a lot of things to talk about. But going forward, the new host of the MDC Mondays is going to be Sue Ariella. I know I'm leaving this in. Yes, everybody should clap. This is very exciting. I know I'm leaving this with somebody that or turning it over to somebody that I know is going to be excellent at this. You know, I know Sue, as far as if I believe I'm saying this correctly, Sue, that you have in your adult life, your working life, you have been doing network marketing for all but about 4 months of your life. Am I correct in that? I believe I am. Yes. So you have somebody who understands network marketing and has done it all over Africa. I remember her telling me when she was younger, she just, without knowing anybody, she just flew to Nigeria and worked the Nigerian market from scratch and built a huge team there, expanded it into Ghana, expanded into other parts of Western Africa, and of course is also built throughout East Africa. I believe some of the what we call the Southern Tier. So she has a good understanding of the overall market for the whole of Africa, and I'm excited to have her step in. She'll be, like I said, she'll be hosting it, but she's going to be sharing the load with many of the leaders that are in Africa. You're going to hear training from a great deal of different people from your own continent that are going to be able to add new ideas from that are maybe more culturally attuned to the African market, new energy, new expectations. So again, we're what I look at this as a graduation to the next step of the success for all of Africa, and that will give me more time to work in the background to help support in any way I need, so that I can continue to give the best help I can. So before I introduce Sue and let her take over, I just want to go over a couple more quick things. Let me just get this right here. Eventually, we will change the Zoom address to the one that my African leaders have, but there's only so much change you can do in one time frame without causing confusion. So for the next, say, month to 6 weeks, we will continue to use my Zoom that we've been using right along until people get in the habit of knowing that the transition has been made from Mondays with Dale to the MDC team with the African edition. So for now, for the next 4 to 6 weeks, as we feel it out, we will continue to use my Zoom address so that there's a smooth transition. And then once people are used to the fact that we have a new pattern of doing things, a new way of doing things, then we will change the Zoom address. I felt it was too much to do both at the same time. I believe it would cause too much confusion, and we might lose some people that were searching to find us. So that's how we're going to do this for now. Other than that, I think I've run by everything that I wanted to run over. I want to emphasize again that I'm not going anywhere. I'm not changing anything that I'm doing. I will still, on occasion, if requested, I will certainly speak at the meetings, but for moral support, for moderate training, to answer questions, whatever you need from me. But again, going forward, I believe I can do my best work behind the scenes, and I am so happy that we have the leadership that we have now, so I can feel comfortable doing that and allowing more people to be seen, to be experienced, and to learn from as we go forward. So without further ado, I'd like to turn this meeting officially over to Sue. let her take over the hosting duties, and she will take it from there as far as who she's going to work with week in, week out, as far as training and all that. And Sue, I'm so happy to be turning this over to you. I know I'm turning it over to good hands. I know that you're going to do wonderful things with this, and we're going to take this to the next level over the next few months. It's going to be so exciting. So again, Sue, I turn it over to you.
Thank you so much, Dale. Thank you so much for the super introduction. I'm so excited to be working with you. I mean, for me, I just feel I'm learning so much from you. And I'm so excited, you know, that we'll have this African edition and that you'll be here watching us, you know, from behind the scenes, just the way you said it. And I'm sure you also feel proud seeing that the team is growing and, you know, big things are coming up. So we are really, really excited. And thank you so much for that. So everyone should just watch this space because we are, like Dale said, he'll still be here. He'll be watching from behind the scenes. Sometimes, many times, we'll call him up to say something. He'll be our visitor now. He'll be our guest, our special guest, you know, on the Monday call. So I think we've lined up, you know, quite a number of things. I think everyone should just stay plugged in because there's exciting things coming up. The team in Africa is growing. Every day we have people coming on from different places. Dale, you said people in Liberia, different places, leaders are coming on. And that's the same thing we're experiencing over here. There's interest from different places. And so after all the work, it's starting to come together. And I'm sure as you're sitting back sometimes and enjoying the meeting, you'll really be happy, you know, when you see like it's your baby growing now and, you know, getting wings and starting to fly. I think it's the best feeling ever, you know? So we will make you proud, yeah? So just watch this space and stay here with us, okay? All right, so guys, thank you for coming on. Everyone who's made it here today, we are still growing these numbers and we know these numbers will keep going up because like I said, the call will be loaded. We've got so much lined up and you'll be hearing from different leaders in Africa. We'll be doing training, the all important back office training, strategies on how to grow the team. You'll be hearing from users of FFX from all around Africa. We call it like the FFX experience. So there's a lot, and we'll just make these exciting, and each call will be different and exciting, and we just want everyone to stay plugged in on Monday. Like Dale said, we'll continue to use his Zoom link as we slowly transition. But I think everyone is excited, and this is definitely the place to be on Monday evening. So you're welcome to the call. Now, today I just want to, I don't want to say too much. I will still come back at the end, but then I think we should start with a bang. It's important, you know, as we're transitioning, we start with a bang. And I want to introduce today's presenter all the way from Kenya. And he is, I always say, this gentleman has so much energy. He's got a great attitude. He's got a great work ethic. And, you know, he always has so much to share, nuggets and tips on how to grow the business. And I think he's a living example of how we should do the business. I mean, he's in it, you know, we say he's all in. He's all in. From the first time he heard about MDC, he fell in love with Fuel Factor X, as you will see. I mean, he's always branded and he truly represents. And I say, come rain, come shine. It doesn't matter in the hottest temperatures ever. This guy is fully branded, fully cladded with a whole, you know, I mean, FFX. He's an FFX superstar. And so I want to introduce Daniel Kimani to come and give us some training and also share some strategies on how we are going to move forward. So Daniel, please, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
for the wonderful introduction. Today, I was thinking the best thing to start it also is about people to getting to understand their back office. So I just wanted to slightly go through the back office because I thought it was a fundamental thing for, especially those people who are joining in as new members. It's good to get to know how to sign in new members, how to log into your back office, and more importantly, how to download the MDC app. Yeah, so I think we can begin from there because it's very, very key. And for the new members, please, I've also had so many people asking me how to get to know their back office and how to get more information from the back office. So we thought this is a very, very good time for especially those people who are already members, how they can navigate through their back offices and how they can get to know their performances on a weekly basis and how they can track how their team is performing. So I wanted to start by sharing my screen. Allow me to share my screen. Back office training. Also, as we begin, it's also very, very recommended you have you download the MDC app. This app over here, it's called My Daily Choice app. I believe each and every one of us can see the screen. We have this My Daily Choice. It's always good to have it. And the way you can get it is that I believe most of us know how to sign in to their back offices. You go to Chrome and then write MDC, My Daily Choice back office, and then you log into your back office. This is what appears on the screen when you go to My Daily Choice website. And then you can either put in your username or email address. So you begin by putting your maybe username. Let me start with my username. And mine is on default mode. So if you directly put in the password, and then I can log in into my back office. When you're logged into your back office, this is how it appears. I know most of the members are conversant with this. So you scroll down to the social media networks of MDC. You can see Instagram, there is Facebook, there is YouTube, Telegram. We have also Google Play. This is a Play. At Google Play, that's where you can download your MDC app. It's also an easy way of getting to download the MDC app because what you do is just press on the Google Play, and then it will take you to the PlayStation, Google PlayStation, and then you can directly do what? Download or install the My Daily Choice app. That's the easiest way of getting into the app. Yeah, yes. So after getting into the app, especially when you're a new member, okay, this is your back office. This is your back office. So you can come to the left-hand corner. You can see the place that it's written home and some three dash icons over there. The moment you press on it, you can see the drop-down menu. The first thing that you should always train our people to do, the first thing, the moment they have become members, please add them to come to this icon written training. They come to training. And then after that, in the training session, we have so many educative videos. Okay? So many educative videos that have been aligned by the MDC team. So many of them. You can scroll down. Okay? And the most important of them all, okay, is how to get started. How to get started exactly with MDC. And the most important video that I think most of the people or all of us should watch is one, to welcome you to the MDC family. That's one. How you just press on it and then it will come. Then there is the welcoming video that is also always recommended for us to watch. Let me go for it first. Let me show you what it is. Sorry, it takes time to download, but the moment it comes, yes, there is how to get started. There is compliance. Let me see. Is about products. Okay. I'll take you through there is a very, very good video that you should always watch. So that at least you get to have experts about how to navigate and how to go through with training people on the MDC platform. Okay. Yes. So after that, let me take you the second most important thing is that it's good to master your account. And when you come back to the drop down menu, you can see the my account side. Exactly, you get to navigate on your earnings and how you're being paid. This is how they appear. Exactly. And then from my account, if by any chance you want to do some settings or you do some alterations in your account, you want to change maybe your email, you want to change your username, you want to change some of the details in your account, you can come here to the account settings. Maybe you also want to change your password, and you can do the changes from here. You can do the changes from here because most of the things appear. When you want to do some enroller settings, you can do some enroller changes from here. That's how you can navigate through your account. Then if you want to know how much you're getting paid, you can come to the earnings, and then you can see how much your payment is being processed. Also, if you are also recruiting teams and you want to know how you've done your placement in your team and which side you've placed your people, you come to my team. And then you can come, if you want to see the tree of your team, you can come to your binary tree and you can see the format as to the arrangement of the people that you have in your team. You can see the tree, and it's a drop-down tree. You can see and there, and you can get to see how your people have been arranged by binary tree. If you want to get to know your binary list, you can come to your binary list and get to know how many people, especially the direct people that you've reached directly, how they are arranged in your network. You see, they are all here. The information is here. Yes, that's how you go about it. Secondly, there's something that also I wanted to highlight for those new members. The moment you bring in a new person, if the settings are on default, those people goes directly to the holding tank. Okay, they stay there for, nowadays it's like 10 days. Okay, and then you're given the option of doing placement. You can place them on your right or on your left. So if you happen to enroll someone directly and you want to do some placement for him, go to my tree on the drop down menu, go to the holding tank, the dog holding tank. They are brought on the holding tank. Most of the people that I had have also pressed them. Okay, these are the ones that I've registered recently. There's one that I've registered today, although they have not bought yet. So you can place them depending on which side you have the strong team. Maybe you want to place them on the weaker side. So you can do some placing. You can come here on the holding tank and do placing, either on your left side hand side, or you place them on your left. Okay. Yes. So you come here, you see like the person that you've registered. Let me take, for instance, I'll show you practically. Charles Owino, I wanted to place him on the left hand side of my team. I come here and say bottom left. I select bottom left, and then you scroll towards the right, and then you submit. When you submit, they'll have a question there. Exactly. You'll be asked if you have agreed and understood that the holding tank placement are final once placed. And then if you have read that, you can say yes, and he'll be definitely placed on the left. So if I go to my tree, I'll see Owino has already been positioned on my left-hand side of my team. That's how you do placement. That's very important. That's very important to know. Okay, something else. When you want to register someone new, some people don't know how to get their website. Okay, your link on registering new people. How do you get it? You come to this my website option on the drop-down menu. You come to replicated website. You press there. After pressing on the replicated website, you can come and you copy the link. The link is right here. You just place on this blue sector. You just press on it. That's copying the list. And then after copying the list, you can go back to WhatsApp and you paste it and you send it directly to someone that you want enrolled. So that's one way of getting the link of how you when you want to register new members. Okay. Yes. Then we have brand websites. If you want, by any chance, you have clients that want to buy specific about to get knowledge of specific products, you just come on the brand websites and then you can copy specific links of specific brands and then you send them so that they can get to learn more about the information. Captured pages. Also, when you want to capture pages, that one I want to dig more into it. Something else I wanted to highlight before we finish is that right now here, as leaders, we are focused and we are on the front line of making sure that we are creating a very big impact of MDC in Africa. Okay, something that I always encourage my leaders. Okay, always starting now, let's make sure that we have pioneered and at least we are commanding presence on the leadership board. Okay, this is very fundamental because we are saying Africa, it's time for us. 2024 is time for Africa. Okay, the moment we command presence in this leadership board, definitely we'll get a very big support from our leaders. As you can see right now, America is commanding the presence on this leadership board. When it comes to Africa, my goodness, it's very, very shocking because we are nowhere to appear. I think it's the right time that we happen to change this. Okay, you can see America is dominating the leadership board from number 1 to 100. For real, we need to do something. And it's the high time that as Africa, we need to wake up and smell the coffee. Okay, leadership board is very crucial. We need at least to appear here each and every month, at least we can command presence. Americans need to know also in Africa, we're doing something. All right, so leaders, it's a high time we wake up. Let's work hard with our teams. Let's show them the bigger picture about our company, okay? And also, to begin with, it's always good to be on the leadership course because basically that shows you that there's somewhere that you're headed to, okay? It gives you direction, all right? Last year, some of us appeared on the leadership board, okay, which shows that, yes, we can. This year, we are supposed to dominate. We show America that even Africans, we are awake. Even Africans, we can do it. And I believe we can. So beginning from now, let's give ourselves the target of making sure that we are always here. For the moment we command presence on the leadership board, also it's very good for those people that we bring on board so that we can know that you are working. And definitely, most of the people that you happen to share the opportunity with and you get them into your team, they look upon you. If they see you working, they'll definitely work. If they see you sleeping, they'll definitely not very work right. They'll definitely follow your footsteps. So it's a high time as leaders, we should command presence. As I finish, I also like to highlight on reports. How do you get to know your performances on a weekly basis, right? You come to the reports here. There is a drop-down menu. You come to the commission calculator. When you press on the commission calculator, it shows you the projected earnings that you're supposed to have either that month or that week. Okay, with here you get all the reports and you know where to do and what to do. All right, exactly. So for here it gives you a tally of reports on a weekly basis. Okay, without further ado, I believe I've touched most of the important things when it comes to back offices. So I want to return the mantle to Leader Sue. Okay. Yes. Leader Sue, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Daniel. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that. So interesting you mentioned, I think these trainings are so important because you mentioned how we need to get onto the leaderboard. And you said you spoke about commanding presence. And I think that's so important because I remember towards the end of the year when, you know, of course, you'll always see Nigeria on the leadership board. Many times, that's the African country that would be represented. But I remember when we'd see our flag, and then, you know, as a leader, like you have a team, you've brought people onto our call, and you are announced as being on the leadership board, and you know the leadership board is also coming with benefits, because if you've got people, you're probably going to get like the global bonus. And I'm telling you, it used to cause so much excitement, you know, to see your own flag. And as the countries go on and Africa, all of Africa is open, when you see yourself there, when you see your flag, when people see you there, it does something. It does command the presence that Daniel is talking about, you know, because you're telling people about something that you've already done. And the thing is, it isn't that difficult to be on the leadership board. As the month usually, because now we are coming to the, you know, we are actually at the end of the first quarter. And so even as we are doing this, you know, we are preparing for, we're always preparing for the following month. And I would see like on the first, on the second, and, you know, you've got 2 people, you've got 1 person, you've personally enrolled, you have got 2, you've got 4, you've got this personal business volume, and you just start to see yourself on the leadership board. And even for you as a leader, as a member here, it is exciting. It also gives you that psych, you know, you can take screenshots of it and send it around to people, you know, and people are like, oh my goodness. And you're like, you know what? I'm in the top 100 on the global list, MDC list. I'm telling you, it is one of the most powerful things. And we saw it working, and people would be so excited, and we'll be going through the leadership board. So it does work. And I think there's something they say, you know, when you see to do it yourself, when you've done it yourself, it is easier to tell people how to do it and to teach them when you're doing it yourself. So, and that's one of the things, and these are some of the things that we'll be, you know, teaching on the call, that we can't just be telling other people to do it. You can't expect your team to be attending Zoom calls and trainings when you're not committed to coming here yourself. And anytime you invite guests, you should be the first one on the call, because when they come here, they want to see you. And like today, I'm so excited because I'm seeing a lot of us are, you know, with the videos on. And this is what I always say this, because, you know, after COVID and during COVID, you know, we are always on Zoom calls, and Zoom calls, yeah, leading by example, by the way. That is what I was looking for. It's see why we need you behind the scenes still, Dale. So you see, you have to lead by example. You have to be there. And one of the things I always feel, I know sometimes we are on the road, or sometimes maybe you don't have power, or you're just not in the mood to be seen. And I understand that completely. But I think it's very important when people see you on the call, when they see your face, and they can kind of tell, you know, they can relate, because when you invite them on the call, there'll be people who will be scrolling. I'm sure all of us, you scroll, you want to see who's on the call, who's there. And when you see your leader, it's the most exciting thing. When you see their face and you see their name, you know, under that, and you're like, oh, my leader is on the call. So I say, I encourage you as much as possible, put out your video if you can. If you're in a position to have your video out, you know, be on the call. Let people see as you're excited. Let people, they can feel it. They feel it over, you know, over the Zoom. If you can't, you know, find a way and learn to put your picture, yeah, have your picture on your profile here, and let your people see you and let them know that you're on the call. So even if you can't put your video on for whatever reason, that's okay. But, you know, also now put your profile picture. For those of you who don't know, like, we can consult after, we'll show you what to do. And that's these calls, that's what we're going to help you do. You want to establish presence online. Right now with social media, you want to be there. Be visible. You know, as you're leading by example, also be visible. Your team is counting on you as well. Like, be there, be present. Do not invite people to calls and you are not there yourself. Yeah. Lucky, we are happy to have you over here. And so we'll be sharing these things as the MDC family. We'll be doing these things. So it won't just be about like, oh, we are training, and it will be, we want you to be involved. We will have times when it's interactive. Towards the end, like now, we'll always invite people up. We have questions and answers. We want you to feel like you're part of this conversation. Yeah, this is not something where you come and just sit in the background. No, we want to hear your stories. We want to hear about what's happening. We want to know how we can help you as we share strategies. And sometimes, sometimes we say that the student becomes the teacher. Maybe there's a way that you're doing something in your country, in your city, in your town that is working. And maybe you can come here and, you can share with us and we can take our business to the next level. And that's what we want to do. So it's not about Dale speaking or Daniel speaking or just Sue. It is about you. So I want us to take ownership of this call together as the African team. Let's take, over. Let us be involved. Don't come and sit somewhere in the background. This call is for you. It's for all of us. So let's get involved. That's what we want to do. That's what this call is about. And we'll be sharing different things and different stories. And sometimes if you feel there's something you want us to address or there's some training that you need, please feel free to send us messages and then we can incorporate it into our next training call. So that's what we want to do. And now I see we still have about 15 minutes. We have a little time. And now I want to, and that's the way we want to start. And, I want to invite people to say what they think, just to tell us how we can do it better. We want to hear your comments. We want to know what's going on with you, where you are. And I think I'd like to hear from you, about this thing, how we are doing this transition and this new edition. I hope it's as exciting for you as it is for us. We are excited, like Dale said, there's a lot of good stuff coming up. And I think, I just want to, please put your hand up if you'd like to say something, a comment, if you'd like to ask a question about anything that we've covered on the call today. If there's something anything you'd like that you think would add value, then this is the time to do it. Like I said, we are the MBC family and we want to make sure this is inclusive. Like we want to hear from you as well. And we'll always have a time in the call that we want to hear from you. I saw someone's hand up here. Where is that? I saw a hand up. Okay, it's not here anymore, but we will want to hear from you. I think, of course, I'd like to call, I see some people on the call. So what I'm going to do, as we're waiting for any hands to go up, I'm going to just pick like Inky Pinky Ponky and just pick someone to say something.
Sue, excuse me, Sue, you have two people with their hands up, Lucky and Stephen.
Oh, okay, please. I think, now how do I choose? All right. Since Lucky is almost new, okay, I think Lucky has some Lucky, please. I think you can say something before we call Stephen. Lucky. Okay.
Have to speak. Hello, guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can, Lucky. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for welcoming me here. First, by my name, I'm Lucky Mudai from Kenya, country 254. Yes, I don't know if my video.
No, your video is not on, Lucky.
Okay, let me work on it. Okay, now I'm back. So I wanted to say that I'm new. First, I'm new about this thing. I was invited by a former colleague, somebody we worked with in a marketing company. So she told me about the product, the Fuel X, something like that of sort. And I showed interest, wanted to know more. So she has been inviting me in the previous meetings, the one which happened last week on Thursday, I think, and on Friday, the Swahili one. So recently and today I've decided to join this one because I know it's going to impact my living standards. That's the reason why I'm here. Because here I can see we are talking about making money. That's the point. Because this fuel factor, we want to market it, we want to bring it to the market, and we want to make sure that we make a living out of it. So how to start is what I want to hear from the host, and how to begin it, because I live in Nairobi actually, but I hail from Siaya, County 042. Siaya. So I'm flexible. I'm not that breed or somebody who grew up in the urban center alone, who has no roots. I have roots. Anywhere that I'll be given an opportunity to offer my service, I'll really appreciate, because I've been in the marketing industry for like quite long. It's over 10 years now since I started marketing. So I've worked with different companies. So fuel factor, bringing it in, trying to market it or sell it won't be a problem to me. Just knowing the right channel and proper way to handle it and to deal with the product, and to make sure that the product becomes the most sellable or outsmarting other products in the market. Because maybe there are also some products in the market, but as things stand from the explanation and elaboration from the host and other partners, I can see that this product, if we give our best, or if I give my best, I'm going to get the best results ever. Thank you. That's what I wanted to say. And if you have any question, I'm in a capacity to answer.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lucky, for your contribution. We are very happy to have you on the call. I'm glad that you've been on different calls. I'm glad you are with us on Thursday's call, which means Dale's face is not new to you. You've seen, and I'm sure you really enjoyed last Thursday's session. I'm also very happy that you are on the Swahili call on Friday. So you see, you're learning, and that's what we do.
Sorry a bit. I said on Thursday I never managed to attend. End of Friday. So I've decided to attend this one of today, Monday.
I see. Okay, we're happy to have you here. I see. Okay, we are happy to have you here. And I want to encourage you to get on the calls, because we have that call again. We have a call tomorrow and we have the call on Thursday. So once you come onto the call, the questions you're asking, it's interesting because we cover them. Each session, we cover different things in the different meetings. So like now tomorrow and also on Thursday, you get to hear about the opportunity in full, okay? The fuel factor X product, and then the business opportunity that we are talking about. And like you said, there is a lot of money to be made here, and it's step at a time. So don't feel like, oh, you know, I've been on the call, I don't need to be here again. Even when you come next Monday, there'll be something different. So what you need to do starting now is to plug in, to get the calendar, to understand what meetings are happening. And because you are in Nairobi, we actually have a live presentation this Wednesday afternoon, Nairobi CBD, okay? So we'll share those details with you. Please, we would really want you to be at the meeting, because then now you are lucky, you're lucky like your name, by the way, and you have the opportunity to come and meet us face to face, you know? And there's nothing like a one-on-one presentation. So we'll give you time, we'll sit down with you. We can already tell from this call that you are interested, that you want to participate, and you know, so there's so much, and I really want you to plug in, okay? So keep it up. We are happy to have you on this call, and we look forward to seeing your face here, going forward. Okay? So you're very welcome to the call. Thank you, Lucky.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. So now let's go to Stephen. I know he also had his hand up. Is Stephen still on the call?
I'm here, I'm here, always here.
Good.
Congratulations, my dear. That's the first and foremost. I think that is what I would want to first open up, or rather, throw to you at. And I think it's important. I think, Sue, when we sit down, we see a lot of wisdom, we see a lot of leadership out of you. And we are confident that this ship, as you captain us through and through the training bit and getting to connect the wires and the networking part of it, you shall actually be able to maneuver well. I have known you for quite some time, and I believe you have the capability. Maybe you may not know, but I think you're bigger and bigger 10 times what you are currently. So I think I'm very confident. Dale, good choice, I have to say. My value addition for this meeting was that, Sue, as we move into what we do, social media is a key element. And this is an area where I would want us to sit down and focus. There are things we call sales funnels. Sales funnels means that you pick guests at random, cold calls, warm calls, or what we call cold prospecting, warm prospecting. We must learn how to prospect. And I think these are some of the, not deeper, but they're just basic understanding. Our platform, the MDC platform that Daniel has just shared with us, can actually handle this extremely very well. I've done the industry for the last 17 years, and I can tell you guys have gold on your hand. So if we can actually be able to maximize some of the things that are on our back office, and especially when it comes to social media, I think you guys will fly, or rather we shall fly to a different time zone. And I think this is where you come in, and I think with the teams that we have, Daniel, Matthias, I mean, everybody who is here, we can actually value add, Cecilia, everybody. I think we can leverage, and especially with Africa, because since Corona, as you've said, things have changed, and we must look for ways and means of how to connect. Everybody has at least, or has the capability of being able to switch on a smartphone somewhere to check their social media channels. Even if it's 1 hour or 2 hours, you're able to give that value. Now, it wouldn't be a bad idea to just half of that time to actually see if you've actually connected with some people, or even done a sale. And I think that's where we are going. The short links for making purchases directly to customer, making sure that you give value to the people who come on board. Is it, do you have a customer that somebody want to come and do business like the gentleman who just walked in? I mean, it should be a very straightforward scenario, and I think you're able to you have the capability of being able to deliver this. So mine, I will not want to say too much. Maybe you can highlight on the social media part. I think I'm an expert on that part, which I think I can add value, a lot of value. Following our meeting for today with Matthias, yourself, Daniel, I think we can leverage on this bit. Madam Sue.
Thank you so much, Stephen. It's always good to hear from you. And yes, the emphasis on social media. And it's important that everyone knows, just like Stephen said, that we have a state-of-the-art website. I mean, it's fully automated. It's amazing. There are so many resources, and they are underutilized. And so we need to use these. You know, they are available to us for free. We don't have like a monthly anything that we have to pay to have the website up. All this is available to us, but we must learn to use what we have in our back office, what is available to us. because social media is truly the way to go. And it's all set up for us, from videos to shareable cards, to product funnels, to capture pages, to your replicated website. I mean, it's all there, but we have to learn how to use it. And that is what this call is for. And Stephen, thank you so much. We will definitely invite you, to speak about this and to share, just ways that we can take the business to the next level. That is really one of the big things that's going to be here. We will be talking about social media. It's the way to go, guys, And I'm sure that just because we don't know it, but there are a lot of people who are building their businesses using social media mostly as something that you can just do remotely. You can just sit in your house, your spare time, if you're working full time and you have a few hours, and you can put something, you can schedule something to run at particular times. I mean, things have become easy. You don't have to meet people face to face all the time, because sometimes it's not possible. You can do so much and achieve so much. But like I said, you need to plug into these calls. You need to be here to listen. And I'm sure you'll always come out with something. I think you'll always come out with something from this call. So thank you so much for that contribution, Stephen. And now, if anyone else, maybe we can take one more. Stephen, you wanted to say something? Okay, no. All right. I think if Georges, I see Georges is on the call, and this is a member who's been with us, and he's from Ghana. And I know they have been having serious challenges with their internet in Ghana. So I am so excited because at least I've seen him here like for 10 or 15 minutes and it's not gone off. So Georges, we are happy to have you on the call, and it seems that internet situation in Ghana is being sorted out. So, we are happy. I don't know if you can say something. If you can't, that's okay too. And maybe we can take one more. Anyone want to say something? Cecilia, Warwick, Raymond, Amy, Matt, of course. Would love to hear from you, Matt. If you're in a position to, we can see you, you're smiling, you're ready. And I believe that's a Fuel Factor X t-shirt that you have on. So tell us what you think. Oh, wow. Yes, it is, Matt. You're representing. Tell us something. Would like to hear from you. Matt.
Hi, Sue. Hi, Dale. Hi, Stephen, Daniel, and everybody else on the call. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you. Well, so I don't really have much to say, except that we are embracing the transition. We know change is not always very easy, but we're going at it open-heartedly, embracing it, tapping into the wisdom of all the guys on the call, Dale and Jody and Raymond and Amy and yourself, Sue, and anybody else on the call. And I just want to encourage the team, especially the African team, invite to this call because we will be covering quite a bit of training materials over the weeks. And I'm hoping that we can really focus on the how to do, things systematically. Dale has done a wonderful job over the last, God knows how long, Dale, have you been doing this? I know it's a long time. You've done a wonderful job, a fantastic job. I always go back to Dale's website, whenever I need some guidance on how to do something. It's always a great resource. And I know we will use that quite a bit, even as we guide our new members, our new teammates into how to get the business going, Thanks a lot, Steve, for mentioning social media. I know, Sue, you're also big on social media. I can tell the team that any results I have had in the last few weeks is largely because of what I have done with Dale's site and Sue's guidance, and Sue calling me every week, Matt, what are you doing this week on social media? What ads are you putting up? Who are you reaching out to? And that has gotten me really moving on that aspect. And one of the things I really want to take advantage of going forward is just what you've mentioned, Sue, the resources that we have at our disposal, the capture pages, the brand pages. Those are things that I am definitely going to take advantage of going forward. And I hope I can also share the experience with the rest of the team members in future as we explore on how to really take advantage of what MDC has so generously provided to us. And just like you mentioned, it's free of charge. You know, we're not paying any subscription for those marketing tools. So let's make the best of them. Thanks, Sue.
Thank you so much, Matt. It's always good. We like to hear from you, and we hear you sharing your wisdom, you know. Really enjoy hearing from you. So thank you so much for that. And I know we are going to be hearing from you more. Everybody, Matt is a trainer, an excellent trainer at that. And so even on these calls, you hear from him, you know. Like I said, it's open. We want you to come and tell us, and if you've got anything that you think could add value, we definitely want to, you know, you to be on this call, and we'll share. So it will be exciting, it will be different, and there'll be lots of things. Now at this point, I think we're just at the top of the hour, and I'm so excited to be here. And Dale, I want to say, like, thank you so much, Dale. I know you'll be watching. Like I said, many times we'll call, you know, you to just to share your wisdom and tell us a few things and give us tips, and you know. But we are so excited. You've handed us the baton now, and I'm telling you, we are running with it. You know, the last time I was handed a baton, like literally, was in primary school, and people don't believe it. And I was in the relay team, and we were moving with speed, and they're like, "Yeah, so you can't run," but I can. But now you've handed that baton over officially to me and to us, because we are a team. I'm only as good as the team. Whether existing, doesn't matter which team, as long as you're on the call, we are the MDC. We are family. It's a team. It doesn't matter who you're applying. I don't know, you know, we are team. And I'm so thankful to each one of you for coming on the call today. Please, we have a calendar. We have the Tuesday African edition, the call, the opportunity call. And of course, we have the Thursday call with Dale, and every time a special guest. So I think make sure you plug in. For Lucky and anyone else who's new here, and even the existing members, please, the way to grow your business, the first way is to invite others to the opportunity calls. Please do not miss the opportunity calls. Come on and look for people, at least 5 people for a call. Go through, when you see your people there, let them get the excitement, let them learn from the experts, and that is how you start to grow your business. Lucky, you don't have to know everything before you start introducing people and bringing them here. Bring them onto the call, the same way you are brought onto the call. Bring people onto these calls and watch your business grow. So everybody, thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you on our next call. And everybody have a good evening, a good afternoon, and we will see you on the next call. Thank you so much.